Hey Libra, welcome back to my channel, The Herb Lady. I hope this video finds you guys well, especially in these times of change and us transitioning into fall of 2020. Happy fall to you guys and happy birthday. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. I have a special treat for you guys today, and I really hope that you guys enjoy what I have to give here. So what I decided to do, Libra, is that I changed up the reading for the month of October. Hopefully for the next 6 or 7 months or so, I can continue to roll out different spreads, you guys, each month for all the different signs. So for Libra season and for the month of October, what I will be doing is called my Planetary Times spread. I have this reading available on my Squarespace page. Typically, this reading costs about $150, but for the month of October, I'm doing a special on this reading, and it's going to be only $55 starting October 1st. So definitely, guys, check in and look for that reading starting on the 1st. It's only going to be $55. Planetary readings are definitely very involved spreads that require not only you guys' birth time and birth chart information, but it also requires me to pick up the energy from the transiting planets, Libra. So hope you guys check out, I hope you guys enjoy the reading first and foremost, and then I hope you guys go over to my Squarespace and check out that planetary reading and book a reading with me ASAP so that I can get you guys a personal reading going. What I'm going to do here basically is a sample of my Planetary Times reading. What I do is I pretty much, go over the transiting planets and how their energy is affecting you, Libra, and what area of your life is the energy affecting you. In a personal reading, I would also go over what the advice is from those transiting planets and from your spirit team on how to either amplify that energy that's being affected or to resolve the energy that's being affected. So it's a little bit more deep and comprehensive in a personal reading than it would be for a general, because for general I have to pick up for all Libra sun signs. It wouldn't particularly be, it's not particularly personal. You guys would have to do a personal reading for me to get personal energies, which I feel for a planetary reading, you're not only getting astrology, but you're also getting tarot at the same time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the reading here. For you guys out there who are into astrology and you guys actually keep up with what's going on, I'm just gonna read the transits for everybody really quick, just so that you guys can kind of keep up with me in terms of what's going on. You guys can always reference back to what the transits are and how that applies to this reading that I'm about to do for you guys, Libra. So what we're experiencing right now and for the month of October um, is the sun in Libra. The sun is going to be in Libra until October 23rd. Afterwards, it will transition into Scorpio. Mercury is in Scorpio until October 29th. Then it will transition into Libra. Venus is in Leo until October 3rd, and then it will transition into Virgo. Mars is in Aries, but it's also in retrograde. That will be during the entire month of October. Jupiter is in Capricorn, going direct for the entire month of October. Saturn is also in Capricorn all month. It goes direct September 29th. So it will go direct this month at the very end of September. Uranus is in Taurus retrograde all month. Neptune is in Pisces retrograde all month, and Pluto is in Capricorn retrograde all month. So we still have about 4 planets, well, at the moment that I'm filming this, 5 planets that are in a backspin right now. And all of these planets are asking for just that increased reflection It's giving you a time to take a moment to reflect on the things that you did, on the energies that you gained, on the energies that you utilized when these planets were in direct motion. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the reading here. So I've only done this particular reading a few times for other clients. I've actually really not done it too many times for general readings. I think I've only done it once or twice for general readings. So I'm gonna keep my notes close by. And I'm sorry, Libra, I know it's your birthday season, but you guys are gonna have to bear with me on this one because the results of it are gonna be very, very worth it. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and start the reading off by pulling a encouraging message from the Universe Has Your Back deck. All of us can use one, especially Libra going into you guys' birthday season. So one card for Libra. One card for Libra. Alright, cool. So it says, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. And that's powerful because literally praying for the highest good for all not only shows that you pray for the collective spirit of everybody. You pray for everybody's spirit to be uplifted. And when everybody is uplifted, things look up and things lift up because you have a community that is empowered. You have a collective that is empowered so that they may empower one another and build something great and build something that is out of this world, Libra. So if you guys have, you know, a solid group of people standing behind you, even if you don't know these people very well, honestly, when you pray for the collective usually is your outcome. The collective is empowered, and then together you and your collective can go on and do some powerful things. Okay, so let's get into the reading here. What I'm going to do is, for this reading, there are 7 positions all the way from the sun down to Saturn. So we pull a card for the sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. We figure out how these 7 planets is impacting Libra's sun sign and what area of life that these planets are acting on. So as we know, the sun is about impressions. That's the initial impression that Libra gives. I'm going to also look at my notes here. And it's also individual goals. So what we are going to do when we pull a card for the sun, we're going to figure out how and where the transiting sun is affecting Libra and your goals. Okay? So we're going to pull one card for the sun. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull all 7 cards, but we're going to go through this one card at a time, and I'm going to explain everything very thoroughly to you guys, okay? One card for Libra. One card for Libra. For Libra. Alright, cool. Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. Alright, coolio. So, like I was saying with the sun, what we're doing is assessing how the transiting sun, and the transiting sun is the Libra sun right now, how that is affecting you, Libra, and your personal goals and your personal inspirations, and what part of your goals is being assessed and being brought to light under the sun right now. Okay, so for that we got 4 of Wands. So as we know, Libra, Four of Wands is the 1111 card. That is the wake up and ascend card. This is a card that either speaks to awakening of spirit, you're having a spiritual awakening right now, or your goal has been to awaken your spirit and awaken your soul and really go deep within yourself, Libra, and go deep within your spirit and within your soul. Otherwise, 1111 is also a commitment card where you may have a goal of committing to a significant other, and the sun is shining its light on that. As we know, Libra, you guys are ruled by Venus. Venus is the Venus is the planet of love. Venus is the planet of relationships. You guys are also seventh house ruled. Seventh house, what that means, seventh house is the house of relationships. It's the house of harmony. It's the house of that initial relation, that initial period of being in a relationship, that initial period of going into marriage. So the marriage, the honeymoon, the working out the kinks, where, you know, eighth house is when you go into merging of assets, when you go into that the deeper things that take place behind closed doors. But you being Libra ruled, you guys are definitely trying to get into a relationship with somebody. You're trying to merge two energies into one. And with the card being upright, the sun is definitely trying to shine a light toward victory within that arena, Libra. Okay, so that's kind of what's happening with the sun right now, and you guys' energy of your personal goals. So it looks like for a lot of you Libras out there, your personal focus is on a relationship, so to speak, is on unionizing a relationship, or on your spiritual goals and your spiritual ascension, Libra. So if you know either one of those are your goals right now, the sun is definitely shining its light on it. And I would say take this time, take this opportunity, because with the sun shining its light and pointing its energy to it, that means that you have enough light shown on the situation to see it for what it really is, and also to see where you can improve the situation and where the situation needs work. Now, if you guys book a personal reading for me, I can also help you to fine tune that as well. But, you know, that's neither here nor there at the moment. So, all right, so going into the moon. The moon is, sorry, you guys, excuse me. So, the moon, it represents our emotions. It represents our home life. It represents that which is private to us, that which takes place in the home. A lot of the time, the family dynamic is tied into the moon. So with this card, basically what we're seeing is how the Libra transit, because the only time I do transits for the moon is in the personal reading, because the moon transits every 2 to 3 days. So literally, I believe we're in a Capricorn moon right now. Probably by tomorrow or the next day, we'll be in an Aquarius moon. So, you know, the moon moves quickly. But what I do for this general reading is I do how Libra sun is being affected by moon transits for the month of October. So we're looking at all the transits that are going to take place for the month of October. And as you know, within a 28-day moon cycle, you know, all 12 signs have been gone through. So that's pretty much that. So basically, the moon transit for Libra for the month of October, the card that you guys got is the Seven of Pentacles. So it looks like definitely there is a stabilizing factor that's taking place for Libra. You guys are trying to plant seeds for stability for the month of October. Definitely the focus is on stabilizing not only your emotions and your emotional state, but also stabilizing your home. And in October, the focus will be to plant those seeds, so that you can reap the rewards and reap the gains of those seeds at a later future date. But right now, October will definitely, your emotional state will be on achieving stability at a later time, whether that later time is within the next few weeks, within the next few months, or within the next few years. So the seeds that you plant right now, Libra, will definitely make a difference for your future. And with the moon transits happening this month, especially October is super powerful because we have 2 full moons for the month of October, and we also have the new moon in Libra. I did go over the herb of the month. I'm gonna put the link to that video in the description box below so that you guys can check out that video and utilize the herb of the month, which is Damiana, in some of your new and full moon manifestation work, Libra. Because remember, planting seeds is also setting intention for what it is that you plan to manifest at a later time and date, Libra. Okay. All right, so going into the next card, the next card is Mercury. Mercury represents our intellect, the way we communicate. It represents philosophical viewpoints. It also represents education, and to an extent, our workplace and the things that we do for work and work. So with this card being pulled, basically what we are seeing is how the Mercury transit right now, and I believe Mercury is going to be in Scorpio for the month of October, how this Mercury transit is affecting Libra sun. Okay? So the Mercury transit is going to offer Libra sun a victory from what I can see. And this is obviously a very spiritual victory. This is a very personal victory that is close to the heart, close to the spirit, Libra. So it seems like in terms of communication, in terms of intellect, in terms of being able to get your point across, in terms of being able to open up, and in terms of work, you guys are going to see victory. So from what I'm seeing is that probably in the work arena, you're either going to get a promotion or you guys are going to move on to a different position move on to a different job that enables you more financial stability. Going back to where the moon transit, how the moon transit is going to impact Libra in the home life. So Mercury in the work transit, if you get that victory and you're getting that new job and you're getting more money, you can plant the seeds with that new money that you're getting to create a more stable home life for yourself, Libra. So it looks like, as far as Mercury transit is definitely offering you guys opportunities for victory for the month of October in your career, in your education, in communication, and in your intellect and philosophical viewpoints. Okay? All right, so going next, we're getting into Venus. Venus is the planet, like I said, that rules love and relationships. And Libra, you guys are ruled by Venus. Venus is your ruler. You guys are co-rulers with Taurus. But in terms of Libra, you guys rule more so the internal process of Venus, which is harmony, which is diplomacy, which are all those traits internally that allow for a harmonious relationship between two people. So with the Venus, what we look for in this upcoming card is how the Venus transit is going to affect Mercury sun, and how Venus is affecting your love life and your relationships. Alright, so it looks like you guys got Page of Cups in reverse. So it seems like in your love life, you guys may be dealing with a water sign, and the fact that it is in the reverse position is showing that this young water sign is either a young water sign or it's a water sign with a little bit more of an immature thought process. Or a water sign who is of a younger thought process, who is much more focused on them and what they have going for them right now. And the focus isn't primarily on you, Libra, but you are very focused on them. And what what I would advise, and this is going to be my one free piece of advice for this reading that requires a personal reading. What I would advise, Libra, is that you guys give this water sign or give this person space to focus on them and to focus on whatever it is that they are trying to figure out for themselves, because I feel like, although I'm getting the energy that their focus isn't on you, you're still in their sights. It's just their focus isn't, they're not focused on a relationship right now. Like, they're focused on other things that don't pertain to the relationship. And you also could be getting a message from a young water sign or a person with strong water placements. So a message could be coming in, like an emotional message in regards to your relationship and in regards to love, that you did not expect, and you're going to end up getting a piece of clarity. And if so, it's probably going to be the type of clarity that's going to make you probably move away from the person that you're currently dealing with, Libra, simply because of the fact that the page is in reverse. So a lot of the time that reverse position shows me that the message that's coming in is going to kind of be like, it's going to be one of those messages that make you kind of pull back your energy a little bit, because you have to process and really think about it and think if you want to still move forward after receiving said message. Okay, so the next position that we're going into, the next card we're covering, is Mars. Mars is the ruler of war, the ruler of aggressive energy, assertiveness, and of combat. So Mars is not afraid to get down and dirty. And a lot of the also conflict. I forgot to mention conflict. And a lot of the time, like, what's gonna happen here with this card is we are going to examine what areas in Libra's life is transiting Mars impacting right now. As we know, Mars is in Aries and a retrograde. Mars is in its home sign. Aries is the ruler of Mars. So it's in Aries. It's particularly aggressive, but right now it's in retrograde. So the that extra aggression that you get, you're just not quite getting it right now. But all the frustration and all the conflict is still there. Just the will to act on it is not there right now. So we're gonna figure out how that transit and that energy, what area of Libra's life is that energy affecting right now. All right. So you guys got Knight of Swords upright. So either what I'm getting is that you guys are dealing with, honestly, I feel like this is yourselves, Libra, because Knight of Swords represents the air sign Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. If you're not dealing with yourselves, you're dealing with a fellow air sign who is also very quick in thought. They also are very quick to speak. They speak very quickly before they think about what the fuck is coming out of their mouths. So, and with that, you guys are having a lot of frustration with this particular person or with yourselves, because it also, if I had to guess, I would think it's more of a Gemini than it would be an Aquarius or another Libra, because of the dual nature, or you're fighting with your own dual nature internally. You're fighting with one side of you that wants to go balls to the wall and really just snap out on everybody and just do you and say fuck this, and you're fighting with the other side of yourself that just, is like that, really just wants to show that real cool, like very cold, very calculated way of being an air sign, especially a cardinal air sign. So you guys are fighting with your own dual energies on the inside, or you're fighting with another air sign who is literally just, they talk, and they don't mind the shit that comes out of their mouths. They don't care how their words impact other people. They don't care what it is, how their actions impact other people or the environment of the people around them. So you guys are really like having a lot of passive aggression toward them, and Mars is calling for you to focus on that and really work through that and take notes on that. also to, you know, really hone in on it, because at this point, if you guys don't, once Mars flips back into the direct position, it's going to result in a blow up. Okay? All right, so our next position is Jupiter. Jupiter is one of the largest planets in our solar system. Jupiter is a planet that speaks to expansion and gains and benefits and monetary means. So, with this card, we examine how transiting Jupiter is affecting Sun sign Libra. As we know, Jupiter is transiting into Capricorn. It's transiting in Capricorn right now. It just recently came out of retrograde a few days ago. So what we do with this card is we look at what area of Libra's life is experiencing gains and benefits from Jupiter. All right. Okay. So you guys got Page of Swords. So with the Page of Swords here, I'm either getting a young air sign child is being represented through Libra's gains. So if you guys have a young child that is an air sign, you guys may be in a position where you guys can give a little bit more to this child, give a little bit more of your time, your energy, your resources to this child. And with being able to give that, you get the gain of expanding the bond between parent and child. Um, also, another interpretation would be getting gains through speaking and communication, where you are finding that your communicative abilities are expanding. You are finding yourself in a place where you are able to be more expansive in communication and expansive in expressing the wisdom and the spiritual energy that you hold and possess, Libra. So you guys are definitely, and even like messages coming in, so you guys are getting a lot of messages that are giving you kind of like a one up in terms of having information up and over a situation, information and up and over a person, or like if somebody's trying to run game on you, you're getting all types of messages coming in, either like from spirit or otherwise, that's protecting you, Libra, which is keeping your gains and your benefits intact. So that's really kind of that with Jupiter. So the last position that we're going to get into is Saturn. Saturn, unlike Jupiter, Saturn is the only ringed planet that we have in our solar system. And that ring in and of itself, you gotta, the rings, from what I can remember, I believe have like 14 very thick layers with a few moons that orbit in the rings. Saturn is father time. Saturn is big daddy, strict daddy energy. And Saturn is a whole lot of malefic energy with a whole lot of beneficial gains if you apply the lesson. So that's really like what Saturn is doing right now. Saturn's like restricting. Saturn focuses on the areas of life that are restricting us, that's keeping us in check, that we don't like. It's putting pressure on those areas of life where we're feeling some major restriction. Okay, so with this card, it focuses on what areas is the transiting Saturn restricting us in. And as we know, on the 29th of this month, Saturn in Capricorn goes direct. With Saturn being in Capricorn, Saturn is at home the same way Mars is at home. So you got two very malefic, and by malefic I mean like planets that carry a lot of dark energy, and not bad dark energy, just dark energy where you have to see a lot of darkness before you can see a lot of gains and light and benefit. So it's like these planets, they are at home. Saturn is at home in Capricorn. Saturn is also at home in Aquarius. And with Saturn going direct on the 29th. Saturn is saying, okay, you've had time to reflect while I was in retrograde. Now it's time to go direct. Shit's about to get very real and get very crunk. What lessons have you learned while I was in the retrograde? So for that card, you guys got Four of Cups. Alright, so this is the card, Libra, where Saturn is definitely restricting you in the area of being able to sit down and hem and haw about the shit that you don't have or the shit that you can't make work. Saturn is saying, no, you don't have time for that. We're restricting that. You're going to be in an area where you're going to be forced to act and do something about the things that you feel like you don't have or the things that you feel like you don't have control of. Saturn is definitely putting you in an energy where you are being forced to not live in your past. And it's gonna be very difficult because, as we know, with anybody who struggles with past energies and past thoughts, that is basically a very fancy way of saying struggles with depression. Like, that's a very spiritual way of saying depression is very prominent amongst this person. So for you Libra suns out there that are struggling with depression, get ready, buckle your seatbelts, because Saturn is about to pull you up out of the past. They're going to say, no, it's not time to reflect on what you've done in the past or how the past is impacting your life right now. It's time to get your ass up and get to work. It's time to, if you feel so haunted by what was done in the past, it's time to do the work to undo it. And Saturn is definitely going to give you that push. Not only is he going to push you, he's also going to restrict you from being in that woe is me attitude and that woe is me mentality. And the fact that it's Four of Cups, you're talking about emotional energy. So no, you will not be able to you will not be able to what is the word for it, literally like sit there and wade in your dark emotions. Saturn's not allowing that shit. He don't have time for that shit right now. And also, given the fact that it's four is also an energy that's another malefic energy. You're not gonna like the process that you go through, but you will appreciate the results and you will appreciate the lessons that you learn from it. Okay, so that is you guys' planetary reading for the month of October. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave comments in the comment box. Let me know what you thought about it. If you loved it, please smash the like button. Please subscribe to my channel, you guys. I appreciate all of the support. I appreciate the support I have. I appreciate the support that's coming. And I love all you guys. Please follow me on Instagram for, random updates and silly ass pictures. I also post like pictures of the herb of the month as well as the crystals that go along with the herb that I talk about, you guys. So that way you guys can kind of, go further and do some extra research on that yourselves. But I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Have an awesome, awesome October. Happy birthday to all you Libras. And get ready because Scorpio season is coming. And once we come, we coming. So, alright. Bye, y'all. Ashe.